So I just had an extremely intense, really good workout. I ended with biceps, and I was just really getting into it. And I wanted to share what I always talk about. You've heard me say this before, but sometimes I use my workout as my therapy. Not all the time, but sometimes I do. And I really think combining your intensity with your physical exertion combined with also maximally exerting yourself mentally can be a good way to intensify both of the processes, you know, increasing your physical output as well as your mental process. So follow me here because this gets a little personal, but there's something that I don't really talk about with my family or my close friends quite yet, because it's not something that I've processed to the point that I can just talk about it one-on-one. And my grandma passed last year, and it's really difficult for me to open up about it, but it's something that I process on my own accord, and it's something that I think I process pretty well, and it kind of comes up in spurts. You know, sometimes you don't really expect it, but I was listening to a song, and it's kind of funny because it's by Hatebreed, but it's a song where one of the lines goes, all the prayers in the world can't bring you back. The next line goes, this is your last breath. And that intense song combined with the intensity of the workout, using the heaviest weight that I can, I literally increase the amount of reps I do by 5 or 6 reps, literally just like going as hard as I can, squeezing the dumbbells as hard as I can. And for me, it's just something that really allows me to push myself to the most intense limit that I possibly can physically. This is one of the reasons why I say that bodybuilding is one of my biggest passions that I truly understand and love and appreciate, because during the time where I want to process anger, I can use that anger to push myself and get as much anger out as possible. Then afterwards, I can move on to thinking in a more positive way, thinking about how that person has impacted me, thinking about how my grandma was a wonderful person, how she'd be proud of me. But you need to process each emotion individually, you know what I mean? You don't need to push away anger because you shouldn't be angry. You should only think about the good things. You should also process the anger, and bodybuilding allows me to process the anger or the sadness. And then after the workout, now, once I've pushed and I've gotten all that anger out, I've gotten my adrenaline up and stuff, now I can think about how great of a person she is, how much she would be proud of me, all that other stuff. And it's a good, I guess, a 360 way to process your emotions and just have therapy in your own way, a one-on-one therapy with yourself, because I feel like that's the best way for me, at least personally, to get therapy. I think co-regulation and talking with other people is also very important. A little bit of a long story, but I didn't want to leave anything out. I wanted to leave the details on this story and kind of show you guys how I process in a certain way, and maybe it shows you that you can do the same thing. There's no need to be ashamed by it or anything like that. I just want to put this out there for everybody. I love you guys. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend.